That looks silvery. And there's no shank. Okay, so we have a brand new adventure. We're at a location with Southern Captain Billy. Can you see him? And this is a home site that you found not too awful long ago, right?
Yeah, about 4 or 5 months ago, yeah.
What kind of stuff you found here? Or have you found?
Well, we found a British musket trigger guard with a Tudor rose on it.
Nice.
Musket balls, 3 ringers, eagle buttons, 1820s or 1840s naval officer's button, and some other bunches of flat buttons and some drop 3 ringers.
So the most important question of all, did you leave anything for the Chig?
Well, I'm sure we did.
A lot of the stuff you said was out where this field is, right?
Yeah.
And that's off limits now because it's planted, apparently.
We can't go in there.
About a week ago it was planted. And we just kind of walked around and looked at it a little bit and found a few things just on the surface. Some really good pottery, some nice feather edge, some black glass, pretty stuff. You collect that, right?
Yes.
In your little collection. And so we can't go in the field. We can't go in the food plots. This is for like animals to eat, wild animals. But we can go all down through here and through the woods and anywhere we want to go. And the water's not too far away, so we might check that out in this video. Maybe find a nice couple of regimental breastplates from the river or War of 1812 or whatever. Whenever they were here, the British. But they were here during 1812. Mm-hmm. American Revolution, they were also, around here. That cannonball, I think, was probably pre-Civil War. I looked at it, I'm pretty sure it is, but not 100%. But it's definitely Confederate, if not. So yeah, so let's go ahead and get to it. What do you say? We've been talking for like an hour. We've been sitting here just talking,
Oh, it's hot.
I know.
It's trying to cool down.
Yeah, that's true. It's not too bad out here, though. All right, you'll notice before I get started, a lot of dead vegetation in there. It's because they had a fire through here. So, it opens it up a little bit for us, too. So we might get down in that area too. And see what we can find. I think we'll do all right. What do you think? Mm-hmm. I feel good about it.
Oh, yeah, I do, too, because we find at least 1 flat button every time we come out here.
1 each? Or 1 with the whole group?
It's usually 1 each, but we'll shoot for the whole group today.
All right. There's actually 3 of us. Jeramy's already started, so he's off in the distance already. So I have my first non-ferrous signal of the day, and we'll go ahead and dig that together. Non-ferrous meaning it's not iron. It could be a shotgun shell, who knows. We haven't gotten very far from the truck, which is good, but I have it, if I can find it again. I don't know if I put my shovel there or not. Sorry about this. You know what? Let me move my shovel to the side. Wait. It was right in here somewhere. All right, well, there's one there. Yeah, let me just say I'm using Garrett AT Max today, 0 program, 0 discrimination, maximum sensitivity. I have already ground balanced, but let's just do it again just to make sure. Doesn't sound terribly large, but it's a good signal. We'll go ahead and dig it together. I'm just going to scratch the surface first. That way, if it's close to the surface, we've already moved it. And what I'm trying to do, what I always try to do when I get a signal like that, is I try to move the signal before I actually start really looking for it. A lot of people like dig a hole 6-8 inches deep, and they get down there with a pinpointer and look for it. And it could be another 6 or 8 inches below that. So I always like to get it so when I'm digging the hole, I actually know that I have physically picked it up in the shovel blade and moved it off to the side. And that way it just saves a lot of time when you're digging. So let's see if I've moved it. We haven't. So let's go ahead and get the shovel out now. And I'm just going to keep digging this hole until we know it's off to the side. I don't think it's going to be a very big target, but of course we're in the roots. I think we probably have it in that mess right there. Now, it's still in the hole, but it sounds different now. So I think it's actually moved to the side. So I'm going to go ahead and just try to see if I can pick it up with my hands at this point. It's definitely a different sound on it. I probably just jinxed myself. I probably haven't moved it yet. Yep, well, maybe not. It fooled me. No, see, I definitely moved it, so I'm chasing it right now. All right, it's in my hand. Let's drop some of it down. Now, normally if I didn't have a camera, I would just do it a lot quicker. So I can already tell it's lead, it's heavy. There's a chunk of lead. Is it a fired bullet, or is it melted lead, or is it mini ball? They found mini balls out here. But it's a chunk of lead that is, I would guess, melted. Now, Billy said they have found a lot of melted lead out here. You can see where I just broke off a little piece, but it's a very heavy chunk of lead. So this could have been a campfire here where they were, you know, making campfires with the cartridges, or, you know, pouring bullets 100 years before the Civil War. We just don't know, but that's a good sign. I mean, there's actually a non-ferrous target still out here, and maybe the next one will be, well, maybe it'll be a gold coin or a silver coin even. I'll take that today. So about a foot behind where I just found that piece of melted lead, I just found a piece of brass. That is, I'm not sure what that goes to. It's just a small chunk. Could be the part of a plate, some type of like brassy plate, if they had brassy plates, or pot. I'm not really sure what it is actually. It's just too small for me to identify. But yeah, so that's a nice little target right there. That could have been a button very easily. All right, that's where I found the little piece of brass and the piece of melted lead. And just to the side, pretty close to the truck, I got another nice little signal here. It's non-ferrous. Right there. So we'll dig that. Just make sure there's nothing else real close. Yeah, it's not too much iron in here, but let's go ahead and dig that together. That's a small thing too, but you got to remember this, you know, they've been digging this for a while, so the bigger targets are probably more or less going to be gone, unless we can get one up underneath the bushes or something where they haven't been yet. But you never know. Definitely something small there. I mean, it's like minuscule. But let's go ahead and see what it is. One of these little clumps. It's in here. Looks like it might be some melted lead right there. What do you think? Ah, just dropped it. Oh no, man, that's not minuscule. Holy, wow. That, I thought it was gold when I first saw it. I got really excited, but I think that is a, that definitely is like a suspender clip buckle. Now, this is a colonial site, but it's also a site that was here like in the last part of the 1800s, early 1900s. So I'm suspecting that goes to a suspender clip, but I'm not 100%, but I suspect. It's a pretty little piece though. That's probably, you know, it's probably that later era, although I don't know for sure. So you found some stuff over that direction. Yeah. Nice. How far was that, over ways or close to here?
That was, you know, right along the edge of the field there.
Oh, okay. That might be worth wandering over there. What do you think? What do you have? You also found this, huh? That's a pretty little piece, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bet you wish you had the bottle to that, huh? Yeah. We've all said that now.
I wish I did.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Appreciate that.
You found that too?
Yep.
Oh, dude, awesome. May I see it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's definitely a piece of a point. It's broken. Awesome. Congratulations, that's cool.
Appreciate it.
So I work my way over here toward the water just to see what's over here, and I've noticed that in this burned area there's actually a lot of bricks down here, big old pieces of chunks of brick. So something going on down here. Not a lot of iron or squeakers, but I did just dig this, which is an old grubbing hoe. This could have dated to the 1700s, 1800s. Probably used by a slave. I wonder what that thing is. Might be an oak gall, but it might be an Indian relic. What do you think? Oak gall, Indian relic. It's an oak gall. These are called oak gall, G-A-L-L. It's actually a little insect that has a nest, and that's what they live. This is their house. You'll see them up in the oak trees. That's a oak tree right there. This would be like little Christmas tree bulbs on the oak trees, but it's actually a wasp. It's a parasitic wasp, I do believe. So yeah, pretty cool. Cover that up and we'll keep looking. We'll just work this area right through here, see what we can come up with. And I just found a high brass shotgun shell. Nice signal. This could be 100 years old. Not what we're looking for, but still an interesting little find. That's the area where I dug the hoe down there, and some bricks. And I just got a nice little shotgun shell signal here. I've actually dug several since I last talked to you. But this is actually going to be, this is a button. I suspect it's going to be an eagle button, Civil War era eagle button. Billy said they found several in here at least. I don't forget how many. But oh yeah, look at that baby. So this tells us there were Yankee soldiers standing right here. And Billy thinks they can't because like he's found mini balls and stuff here too. And of course the melted lead. Yeah, that's a good Civil War button right there, man. That's awesome. Sweet. I'd say we're officially on the board now. Wouldn't you? Yeah, you would. Nice little squeaker here. And I hope it's going to be better than the shotgun shell. I'm pretty sure it's going to. I think what we'll do is go ahead and dig this together. Yeah, sounds pretty good. Let me set you up. Should be right in here. In the middle of the stuff I'm digging out. And I'm looking for a little hint of brass. Where's a small button or something? A little bit of green. I don't see anything yet. I'm gonna have to pick you up now. I'm sure we got that out of the hole. At least I hope so. Yes, sir. Right in here. On the edge of my shovel too, unfortunately. It's in my hand. You see it? Oh, looky there. That's lead for sure. I'm hoping it's a mini ball or a melted one. What do we have? Yep, that's just a big old chunk of melted lead. Which makes sense. I mean, with the eagle button just a few feet from here. So they were definitely camped right here on this spot. Cooking up some food, which is what I'll be doing before long. I can promise you that. So I want to get you out for this signal because it sounds like it could be something good. Now, it might be a modern rifle casing. I don't know. But I already got the hole started. And if you listen, that just sounds much better than a piece of melted lead. So right about there, I think we're going to find something that we're going to be very happy to find. I just hope it's not a modern rifle casing. It's not a big brassy type thing, maybe. Do you see it? Let's see if we got it. No, I haven't got it yet. Let's try the other half of the hole. I know it's like kind of right in the middle there. I don't want to put the blade through it, so I'll go off to the side. All right, that's got it. Got it. And talk. Not seen any hint of brass yet, though. See, definitely some charcoal on there. Let's see if we got it that time. No, let me move the shovel back, but I think what happened, you notice the signal is gone. So the signal is gone. Barely hear it. That means that it's in a loose dirt in the hole. So it fell out of that clump. It's down on the bottom. So we should be able to just reach in here and magically grab it. Oh yeah, sounds good. Listen, it's a nice high pitch noise. Oh no, that it right there? Is it? Ooh, I'm hoping to just drop it. No, it's pretty small. That's good. That is making me excited. More so than I should be. I'm just, oh, it's a coin or a button. Or coin or button. What we're going to have to do is see if there's a shank. That looks silvery. And there's no shank. We might have ourselves a genuine coin right here. I'm going to give it just a quick, it won't have the patina on it like where I'm at. Now that might be a coin right there, I believe. I'm going to let it dry out just in case, but it's some sort, I'm not familiar with what that would be. It's too small for a large set. It's probably like a farthing or something, if I would guess. Nice. Gave a nice high squeak, didn't it? It's all about them high squeaks, man. The high squeakers. High squeakers. Well, I have some bad news for my high squeaker. I went ahead and cleaned it up a little bit. And I think it's possible that it's actually just a button because I can see some writing right there. Can't quite read it, but it might say warranted. And there's a little piece of something right in the center, right there where my thumbnail is. I suspect that is going to be where the shank was attached. So this might actually just be a nice thick flat button. Nice thick flat button. Kind of suspecting that's what it is now. Oh well, flat button's still a good find. That nice little thumper here, and it was actually down in that nice dark layer with that charcoal and the bricks. It's out of the hole. I suspect it's going to be a button, but I don't know for sure. Not a high squeaker, but it's right here. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be a shotgun shell because the depth. All right. Did you see it? There it is. Looks like a piece of brass. So we have a little piece of brass. I can't tell if it's actually like been snapped and broken or if it's actually the whole piece. Yeah, so had some hash marks on it, so it had some sort of design. I'm suspecting almost that that might actually be an entire piece or a broken piece. It's just kind of very squarish, so I'm not really sure about that one. But it's got a design on it. All right. Have to think about that. I'll get you a good picture. Maybe you can tell me what you think it is. So I'm still working my way along the edge of the trees here, in and out, and there's a lot of iron in here. This is the bottom to a like a kettle or something, or a cooking skillet type thing. That's a leg. It's flat bottom. Yeah, so this is a cooking thing, and there's a lot of brick in here and tons of iron. I haven't really hit many squeakers yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's another good site right here pretty close. So we're just gonna keep working our way in and out of these trees down to, well, you see those trees in the far distance. My goal is to get down to that far in this video. Now, we may not make it that far in this video because I'm getting hungry, but we're gonna try. This is Billy. Got a screamer of a signal here. I thought it was a cannonball, but it obviously isn't, although I don't know what it is. Oh my gosh, that's, oh, and you know what? I think that's only part of it. What do you think it is? Is it a cannon? I think there's more to it than what we're seeing. Yeah, okay, so it's probably an axle to like a wagon or something. Well, yeah, that's what it is, wagon axle, I guess. See if I can pull it up out of here. Oh yeah. Nope, it's pipe. Piece of pipe. That could be off of like a Revolutionary War British ship. Not really, I just made that up, but it's a piece of pipe that's either all rotted out or exploded or something. Like I said, there was stuff here in the turn of the century, 1900-ish, so that's probably related to that. I think they farmed it, truck farmed it, so that could be part of like an irrigation system they had out in those fields. I'll get Billy to carry that out. He's a strong man. Carry that out for me, Billy.
Yeah, I'll tell you that. What, somebody's sewer pipe?
Yeah, I think so. Probably irrigation pipe or something. Look what I just found. Actually, you probably saw it in Billy's hands as he's walking up here, but yeah, it's a nice little drop right there, or shed. I guess they drop these, or shed them every spring, and they start growing back almost immediately, so that's a beauty.
If it's a healthy deer, it'll be a clean break right here, and there's I can't remember the name of the disease they get, but it'll break off and it'll open up to their brain cavity, and the deer usually don't make it after that.
Oh, geez.
But if they do survive, the antler on this side will be messed up.
Yeah, so would you consider that a clean break?
Yes, that's a healthy deer.
Yeah. So he's out here running still, probably.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So we're sitting here talking about the antler, and he says, well, you just stepped on one, Chig. Sure enough, I was standing on one when I was looking at the big old Revolutionary War pipe there. That's another one. Awesome, Billy. Hey, I stepped on that one, sorry. Not really sorry. I'm just glad it didn't go through the bottom of my boot. Had a nice deep signal here, and I have it out. I think it's going to be a pocket knife, but I'm not 100%. What do you think? Indeed it is. Okay, what we have here is a nice pocket knife. I'll clean up just a little bit. Oh yeah, it's a beauty. I think it's bone. Got a little shield on it. Lost when it was closed. That side of it's rotted off, but yeah, it's a nice little bone handled pocket knife. That's a good little find right there, in my book anyway. So I made it all the way up to about as far in the trees as I could go, and it started getting too thick. So I'm going to turn around and walk back toward where the truck was parked. Billy's actually not here right now. I think he went back to camp for a few minutes, but I just found this nice little piece of brass. It was actually right on the surface, so that could have fallen out of somebody's digging bag, or it just might just be a surface find. But we're going to work our way back down to that corner. That's where the home set was, out in the field. But again, we can't go out there because they just planted it. We have to stay out of this where the red clover is. But let's go back down there where that log is laying down, that big tree. That's where I found the eagle button. So we'll work that area until Billy gets back, and then I think I'm going to go get some lunch. Still working my way back to the corner, and I got a nice little signal here. Kind of sounded like a 22 bullet or 22 shell, so I didn't get out. But I believe we're going to have, what we have here is a flat button. I do believe. No shank on that side. And there's a little bit of a dimple right there, so that's where the shank would have been attached to it. So yep, definitely 100% a flat button. We'll just take our time working our way back to the corner. I'm not sure how long Billy's going to be, but maybe we can find a few more of these and a few coins. You never know, do you? So I had a nice little signal here, and I popped it out, and I can see it right here. And I'm not sure what it is. It's thin brass. It almost kind of reminds me of a hat plate, but it's got a design that I'm really not familiar with. So I'm not sure what that is. It's got like little nubbins all over it. Almost like that might be like a grater, almost like a cheese grater type thing. I don't know if the holes go all the way through or not, but you know, some type of domestic tool probably for food production. Huh. That's still pretty interesting. That's a mystery right there. I'll get that cleaned up and we'll get a picture of that, because I actually had no idea what that is. There's a lot of signals up here in the road. I just dug a hole right there and dug this. This is lead. I think it's probably like a really old net weight. That hole would go all the way through. This is for the type of net you would throw for catching shrimp and other things that might be out there. So here comes Billy. So I think we're going to take off for lunch here soon, but I wanted to show you this. You can see how that's all been burned in there. And you see this little area right here, it looks like somebody taking a plow down through and kind of plowed it up. That's exactly what they did. This is a fire break. You know, they came out here and just put a trench all the way around it, loose dirt, so that it couldn't spread into the rest of the forest over here. Looky here, I just dug a mini ball. I do believe this is going to be a Civil War mini ball. It's all encrusted with crust. It's going to be a big old 69 caliber too, isn't it? Look at that baby. This is probably a fired mini ball. I mean, it could have been run over because we were right here where the house was. But yeah, sweet little mini ball right there, man. We'll take that, won't we? Woo-wee! There goes the boys. All right, finally caught up to Billy. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a break, get some lunch. We'll see you a little bit later this afternoon. Well, probably tomorrow night, actually.
And I'll rock you until I go to sleep. She'll shake the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it in the sand and keep it for eternity. Mother Earth, she's got her secrets she's promised to keep, hidden in her dirt or deep in her creek. Mother Earth, she ain't saying exactly what she's saving, where it is or what it might be. Mother Earth, you are my lady, my big round baby. I'll rock you until I go to sleep. She don't care if you're dying or if you're living or somewhere in between. Mother Earth, you are my lady, my big round baby, and I'll rock you until I go to sleep. She'll shake the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it in the sand and keep it for eternity. Mother Earth, she's got her secrets